Unfiltered Discussions. You got
Nash in the building.
Ash in the building.
And today we have 4 special guests. We have Bray, we have Benny, we have
Layer.
and we have Breeze. Ash, let's get straight into it. What you got for us today?
All right, so today we're gonna start it off a little different. I want to talk about the movie Mrs. Doubtfire, right?
Okay.
Because as kids, we spoke about that. We looked at it as kids, but we never really looked at it as an adult.
Yes.
And
What's
really,
the ages on the couch though?
So we can know
about.
I'm 26 for life, so
Oh, there.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I'm 21 forever, so I can feel it.
Forever. Space movement.
And wait, how old are you?
21.
25.
28.
And I'm 25 for life. You feel me?
Okay, go
That's how
ahead.
we started. Let's go.
All right. So, as far as Mrs. Doubtfire go, right? Nobody really looked at the family dynamic, right?
Mhm.
And really looked at the whole picture as a whole. Because as kids, we thought it was like a little funny movie or whatever the case may be. But really looking into it and really like looking at the fact that he was really a good father, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So, what do y'all really think about that? Because I know what to say about it, but y'all can take the floor on that. Who want to go first?
You want to start?
I would give a rate. I ain't gonna lie, that's R.P. Robin Williams first.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Honestly, because for me, like I said, acting is one of the first love. So, and I was talking acting classes, gotta watch a lot of film and stuff and know your stuff. You know what I mean? Research, but with that role, it actually touched me, changed my life because I seen a man that was willing to do anything to make his family happy. Period.
Mhm.
And when he went into that role, it actually kind of, it would say, you know what, I get it.
Mhm.
I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because he had to do what he had to do. And he actually won their hearts even more so because it really realized and resonated to him like, damn, this guy put his pride aside and just went in. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
changed my life actually. And the way God had my father, blessed to have my father and my mom, they stood together. So it's just a blessing, man, to even have a father that want to pay attention to you. And nowadays, you know.
I agree 1,000%.
Now
Go down the line?
my daughter's father, I give a shout out to Alani. So.
The boy was a whole weirdo. You know what I mean? Dressing up like a woman is. Like,
I didn't think of it like that too, but
I
yeah.
You could think of you could think of it like that and just be closed-minded on that. The thing was, you know, in Hollywood, of course, it happens a lot. Cats is wearing dresses. That's what you do. If I was presented with something like that, I ain't saying I would do it, but Cat did that, but he made it more humorful and tasteful at the same time without losing his pride. He actually made sure it showed that he was still a man and he did what he had to do.
Yeah.
So they ain't really just, you just look at it closed-minded on some type of, you know what I mean?
Alright, so hold up, the weirdo, go ahead.
But
Yeah.
all people out with his family because
Perspective.
that's what we got real
I'm
respect
saying,
though.
like, I
Because
feel like
Yes,
Robin
let's hear
Williams
his
still, he's not
perspective.
here, but I
I
get
feel
it.
like he could have
Yeah,
did.
let's hear him.
He could have went through them loops. You know what I'm saying? Because when you break up with a person that you in love with and all of that time and that space and whatever for fixing yourself, you know what I mean? She would look at you in a different light because obviously he had some type of problem. You know what I'm saying? Instead of dressing up like a whole woman and then looking at him and being like, all right, I love Miss Doubtfire or whatever, and then the mask come off like, oh, it's Pop, but we love you. You did all of this shit that you was doing. You could have did that. You know what I mean? Take care of the kids, being yourself, and you know what I mean. If you loved your family or the woman, you could have, you know what I'm saying, like fix yourself.
Understandable.
Could have fixed yourself. You didn't have to
Okay, I
dress
see
up.
that. So, okay, because we're not going to chime in yet. Okay, Breeze, what do you think?
Alright, so I feel what Vince was saying, first of all, rest in peace. I feel like I ain't even think about the weirdo like dressing up as a girl. He could have had like a mental problem, like that's crazy,
Facts.
or maybe he really did just love his family.
Right.
But I'm looking at it like, you know, like where my dog's at, the wife was the one that was wrong in the whole situation. He was doing everything. That's how I seen it.
That's
He
how
was
I
doing
look.
everything he
Not the
could do
blame
for his kids, and I'm like the same way when it comes to that. So I was looking at it now, like when you brought it up, I'm like, dang, she took him to court. She just got with a whole nother dude.
Yeah, it was like overkill. It was
God,
like
damn,
overkill.
like,
You know what I'm saying? When you think about it, you gotta always put the kids first as far as when you thinking. Because when you started off, you said her or whatever, and then you took the kids last. But it's like kids first, boom, all day. Because
He did whatever he wanted.
And even remember too, I read books, right, and we read and watch movies. And my great teacher always taught me, just because it's not mentioned, don't mean it's not happening, right? So let's put it like this. He, like he said, he might have had a problem with issue mentally. They didn't address it in the movie, not meaning that it wasn't actually. You know what I'm saying? Like you read books, you have even or watching a movie, they always say you have to really still keep an open.
Like he cooked dinner for his girl and her dude.
he was
With no tricks with.
He keep bringing up stuff that I don't think about, but
he was robbing Wayne.
for me, the bottom line to me when I think about that movie is I think she was wrong, but I think it's because I'm comparing my life.
I get what you're saying though, like you
But
know,
it was a
Steve wrong.
bigger picture.
She did what he needed to do with
So
his
the
family.
picture,
She
yes, it has nothing to really do with him dressing up.
Yeah,
That was a sacrifice he was willing to make in order to see his children by any means necessary.
Facts.
Okay, so it wasn't about him acting like a woman. It wasn't about him cooking dinner. He was the babysitter at the time frame.
Yeah.
So that's the role he fit in. So it wasn't really him doing it. It was Miss Doubtfire doing it because that's the role he took on in order to see his children.
Facts.
He was willing to do any and everything, and that part I respect. And then as far as what the wife did, no, she basically is a career driven woman, and she couldn't take the fact that he was out of work. You know what I mean? She wasn't looking at all the other things. You know, she didn't.
A topic I would like to come back on.
Oh yeah, we will. And you know, she didn't look at the fact that Dad, he's here taking care of my kids.
Yes.
He's here, baby, to pick them up off the bus.
Yes.
He's filling in ways that I can't, and that's where you come in and find that balance as a couple, right?
Amen.
But she wasn't looking at it like that. When you are driven by your career, you want somebody else that's driven, right?
Socialist society.
Yeah. So that's why she couldn't respect those things until after the fact.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
Deep.
yeah, I really admire what he did. I mean, you got to give respect where it's due. You know what I mean? So what's your take, Brian?
Absolutely. So I'm gonna piggyback off of what Shannon was saying. Nash, I'm sorry, because that's exactly how I actually perceived the whole entire movie as well. Because being a mom of 3 of my own, I honestly, you have to find that balance. Because if you have that's a major help. Actually,
Absolutely.
honestly, that's more of a job than a job.
That part.
Honestly, so for me personally, I would take that over a career co-parent. Absolutely, because honestly, it's a team. I mean, it's kind of like, you handle the kids, and honestly, I would prefer somebody handle my kids, like, before I even prefer to worry about if he can wine and dine me. I'd rather the kids be secure, and they were taken care of. They didn't want for nothing. They were having a good time. They felt loved. They felt safe. They felt secure. I mean, once you're a parent who cares, at least, what else could you ask for? Would you choose, you know what I mean? Would you choose a career-driven person that is both of you guys out the house, not spending time with the kids? Yeah. The kids were extremely happy. If you, that's all I could remember. The kids were so happy with Mrs. Doubtfire, aka Dad. So, I mean, for me, that would be enough.
Yeah, and he had, fun with the kids, and she also seen it as like immaturity. But he was a little immature, but throughout the movie, that forced him to mature and evolve as an individual as well.
Another topic I would like to come back and cut you off. Those two topics and what you just said, but go ahead.
Yeah, so that allows him to evolve as an individual as well. So people might have been looking at it like he was like weird, crazy, or whatever the case may be, but it was nothing outside of what he was doing pertaining to the children at the end of the day. He also found the way to try to cook home cooked meals and try to really be more in tune, because he was more so the fun dad, even though he was already a good dad, but that sparked something in him. Right. Yeah. So it kind of evolved into something. He was helping them with homework, making sure they was getting good grades, and she didn't even realize that was all him. He just put on that mask in order for him to make sure everything was cool.
Yeah, that was the sacrifice.
Nobody made me cry. Because
I
mean, when you live that life, you was in that situation, being Miss Doubtfire and not being, you know what I'm saying? You get it, not having to put a dress on, but being there to be at the schools and the times and all these little times, it's really big times. It's actually special times.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sacrifice for volumes.
Absolutely, I loved it. That's one of my favorite movies as a child, bringing back childhood memories. So, okay, let's get straight into it. You see the dynamics here today, right? 3 women, 3 men.
Bam.
Okay, so fellas, my question is, when it comes down to women, what is the top 3 things that you look for when you choose the woman that you deal with? Who wants to take the floor first?
Go down the line.
Oh, I'm gonna be hitting them first every time.
Go ahead.
Switch it up. Come on, somebody else.
I don't want to do a traditional thing. Like let's do in this economy, you gotta make $70,000 to be okay, right? Let's keep it 100. What job is really paying that? Now, what jobs are paying that? Yeah, 2 or 3 jobs. Now, like she said, you're leaving the kids and you're working. People don't appreciate that real family dynamic. Like in socialist society, it's all capitalist society. Everybody money now. It's everybody about getting what they can get. And F you. Yes, I got mad love for my sisters. And y'all amazing. Y'all just do so many amazing things in history. This probably ain't even really put out there yet. Y'all got a couple movies, whatever, but it's still not really put out there. Y'all like heroes, right? Because my mom is a hero. My dad is a hero too, but my mom was, in the trenches with it. Before you said the word trenches, you get what I'm saying? You can see the real, like, perseverance, like, it's real life. Because a lot of times, we be childish and we dip and we want to run and play. And who's left with that? And that's different. That's a different even mental. Like you said, at 3 now, right? And you got to worry about, like, it's tough. I got 14, 15 nieces and nephews, so it's different for me. I was 14 seeing my sister go through things. They grown women, grown ladies. And I mean, it's
Tough
different. It's a very tough question. So what I'm looking for though, let's get back to my bad. I'm looking for not really to say like anything, just what is it that we can do together, like you said, building something. Not really putting too much strain and pressures on us from our mom and dad's point of view, your brother, your sister, and all that type of stuff. Everything that you put in on your back, like my teacher one of the teachers used to say you got 10 problems in your life, put them all up, maybe 2 of them is yours, period. Get rid of all those for your mom, your dad, your sister, brother, or your cousin, who cares? Not saying you don't, but if you put that on your plate, you want to put that on your back, and you can't even do who you're supposed to be.
I agree.
You mean, so just live life and be, going back to that topic, being very, like, I don't know, I really believe free loves of power, so it's like more like being very, like, open to the energies of the world's given to you, right? So I already know if I get an argument with somebody, if I'm trying to demand something, it's not gonna really happen. But if the oneness of with the universe you get is why things happen, right? So the same thing with people, because we are the same. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, right. I'm not trying to be, too talkative, but you know what I mean?
No.
One that's going to be perseverant, one that's going to appreciate. Like when you really realize that you've been through mad cultures, you can see people that's really ain't got nothing, and then you get somebody that's just mad ungrateful. And if you just give them the smallest thing and it just came from your heart, and that's all you had, like it'd be tough to kind of, you know what I'm saying, look past those type of things when it's like it's really all about just money.
I said that's one.
Working, doing what you're supposed to do, and you're not on that type of time when you want to make a scene, and then all this other stuff, all the things that go into just being grown, man. Just, you know what I'm saying? Beg to be different, beg to different. I don't know. We agree to disagree.
Let's get 3, man.
All right, man. I can't put a number on.
Yeah, like I danced around that.
You can't really put a number on like 3 things in a woman because again, there's so many varieties of personalities out here. You know what I'm saying? You got somebody that might be for you for your situation. You know what I'm saying? You might be having some problems with yourself, and this person will help you through that shit. And you might not even be with that person at the end, but you learn that lesson. You know what I'm saying? And you leave out of there different. You know what I mean? To go to your next situation. So at the end of the day, while you growing, you know what I mean? What you look for in a woman is gonna look different. You know what I mean? You might not look at this woman this way, but as you grow up, you're like, damn, I like how she is. You know what I mean? How she acting, what she do. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I can't put a number.
We all got these ideas though when you meet or whatever that type of like. Y'all, like, there's nothing wrong. Like, a woman wants this, and that's what's up. But it's like, cool. It's just not do it halfway within your relationship. Maybe you want some switch up or it's like, don't put too much pressure on each other, period. And let's keep it 100. We black already anyway. So I'm just saying, like, it's not too much pressure on each other, period. I just think personally, it's just like, y'all want a lot.
You just gotta live life, man.
And living up to the single moms out there for real. That's right. The ones that's even doing what they gotta do. And you know, I talked to this lady, she's African descent, she said, you know what, Africa, if a man doesn't have money, what a man does, he marries a nurse and they together have
Not
family.
the accent.
So in this America, You know, you got to be grateful. I said, you're right, man.
Well, hold on. If you don't put it in numbers, though,
Mm-hmm.
she gotta be able to take care of herself. You know what I mean?
True.
You know what I mean? And she gotta be
Independent.
doing something. Yeah, like
Right.
working wise. And she gotta just be supportive. You know what I mean? That's it.
Independent,
Yeah,
supportive,
So how she take care of herself,
independent.
what she do for herself, like working wise, and support it.
Okay, respect that. Breeze, you.
I feel like they took all the time.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just sum mine into like, for me, number one is just loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much that I could go into about like just other things, but like loyalty is like number one, because I feel like you got that, everything else could. You might have problems here and there. Everybody got problems.
Facts.
But when it comes down to it, like loyalty is my number one. Oh man, I can go into some other stuff.
Yeah,
like
man.
just speaking about life.
Yeah.
Because there's some things like I've been in relationships. She's done stuff that I feel like I really can't get over, but it's like I know like maybe she did it out of spite,
Right.
or you know what I mean.
Maybe
like,
it was out far in the first place. Maybe.
yeah, shouldn't even got there.
Shouldn't have.
But I just want to say loyalty for me. Like that's
Facts.
I could piggyback and go off so much other stuff with this.
I agree, loyalty.
That's
What
it,
you
man.
That's big.
Bree, what you got for us?
I would have to probably say emotional availability, because a lot of
Yes.
guys, I feel like that I've come across, at least, they're emotionally unavailable, and that's like a major part, because in life, period, we're human beings, we're emotional beings, and I feel like if somebody's not compatible with you that way, nothing else even matters. Like everything else just goes out the window. If they can't meet you mentally, then it's really nothing else they can do for you or will do for you. So that's definitely a good one. Loyalty is a really good one too, and I think that even overseas, and this may be an argument, but love, because I kind of feel like if somebody's loyal to you, no matter what type of circumstance you guys are on, no matter what type of, you know what I mean, they got you. You be like, yeah, I don't care if we on bad terms or not, they're loyal.
Absolutely.
Whereas love, people can say love you all day, and they can hurt you, they can beat you, they can hurt you, they can, they can betray you.
It's a book right
So
there.
that's so I feel like
man,
that's too many
that's deep.
things. And then for me also, which also can be a debate too, they have to answer to a higher person. So I would like, for me personally, and where I'm at now, because you made a good point where you always are going to look for something at different stages of your life. For me, God-fearing, only because you have something that you're holding yourself accountable to. And like if you just living freely, it's almost like if I do this, I don't care. But if you got that, you like, no, it's a consequence to this. I have to obey. I have to, like when you answer to a higher, it gives somebody. I'm not saying that things won't happen. However, it won't be a continuous ongoing.
God got your hand on you.
Yeah, so I feel like when men, I'm finding that out now. Like when men answer to a higher power, or they have somebody to fall back on, as opposed to just leaving freely and feeling like there's no consequences for actions, they maneuver differently, and that's what
All praise to the Most
Oh
High.
yeah.
So,
What you got, Ash?
Okay, so based off of us, me going through something, right? Going through things teaches you how to know what you want, what you're willing to deal with, what you're willing to accept, right? So one of the things that I feel like is important is, somebody acknowledging your feelings, whether they agree with them or not, but actually acknowledging those feelings, and also somebody being empathetic, to you, and yes, loyalty is the number one thing, but also I don't want it to be loyal based on the fact that enduring pain, because loyalty does not equate to you enduring this person's pain, because people tend to get it misconstrued, thinking that just because you're loyal doesn't mean that you have to tolerate abuse, disrespect, and all these different things of that nature. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things that I do want loyalty, but also with respect tied to it, and being treated like an individual at the end of the day, and somebody really understanding who I am as an individual, and really just being loyal to me being as a person. Not being loyal to me based off of, me tolerating the pain, the pain,
That's true.
So that's just basically that for me,
It's hard.
Amen.
I don't know. For me, communication. I gotta be able to talk to you. You gotta be able to talk to me, and use your active listening. You have to be I could talk to you all day, but are you hearing me?
Mm-hmm.
Are you really receiving what I'm saying, processing it, and putting it back out so progress is being made? You have to be selfless. I don't like selfish people. It's not always about you. So yeah, I might be having something going on at the moment. You might have something going on at the moment. It's not always about you. You gotta be selfless. And like I said, of course, loyalty is always at the top, but then you got to break it down into, other departments. And I have to respect you. If I don't respect you, I'm not going to deal with you. I'm not going to lie. Because if I don't have no respect for you, I'm going to deal with you any kind of way. And that's just real talk.
But that's cool though, because that's the great thing versus. I know this is one of these movies I was watching, and the OG said, "Your generation, you're gonna call me an asshole. Just call me an asshole. Pardon my language. It's just like this because that's when you get that on the table, whatever it is. And you probably can figure that out."
Absolutely. Yeah, just put it all out there. That's why I said that communication is important. I mean, because as a woman that, once you got your own stuff going on, you have to have a man that you respect, right? And you don't have to have more than me, you can have less than me, right? But if you have different things that I like, then I can work with that. You know what I mean? You gotta be like a solid individual at the end of the day. Like, I don't know, as a woman, I don't like men that's like all over the place. You know what I mean? Or don't have nothing like solid going on. Like, what are you working towards?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, at some point in your life, you gotta stop it. Seriously, like, where do you slow down and stop it? Where do you want more at? And it's funny when you speak to that higher power because that accountability is really there. It's somebody bigger than us, right?
Yes.
So we're going to sit here and really do this the right way because before, and I'm not gonna lie, like I never really thought that was like really a big deal, right? I didn't. I used to be like, oh, I'd be seeing like older people going to church and all of that, or if you're Islamic and stuff, y'all pray together and stuff. But I never really like thought how big that was. But it's major. It's needed. Like,
so major.
Yeah, because I know I pray, right? But it's not like I'm going into a church to pray. I'm not, but I still say
That's
a prayer,
your church
right?
when you pray.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I say stuff.
Listen, my bad to cut you off. Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Sandy can't wipe all churches off.
Yeah.
If you really read
exactly,
like
yes.
It's a mouse, right? It's like we copy off everything that God does, man, right? And we try to be God. So you look at the computer, this mouse is controlling something, or you're playing the game, right? Controlling, like you said, so that higher power is who you answer to. He's kind of going to just open a guide. It's going to be like, you don't even know, like, what you want to do today? I do have this plan, but I know this guy here, he be on something else. So I'm gonna wait for that to open up. And honestly, that's a testimony. Honestly, God really is real. Like,
absolutely.
It's real.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't get into like religion and things. I don't.
Yes.
You may be Christian, you may be a Buddhist, you may be Islamic. I don't.
My
I'm
mom's
not
side
gonna go
Jehovah's
to
Witness.
Yeah,
My
you
dad's
see what I'm
side
saying?
Baptist.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Totally different. I love my grandma Julia. Never really cared.
Yeah.
Everybody has their personal opinion based off of their belief, know, and nobody's right or wrong for feeling the way that they feel about what they believe in, and that's where people get it misconstrued. Nobody's better than nobody based off of religion,
Amen.
Yeah, so that right there, and that basically sums up that question for you guys, right? So my thing is, so do everybody on the couch have children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How important is it when you're choosing somebody, especially now that you have kids, like we all have kids? Some people may be still with their significant, the person they have kids with. Oh no, only y'all know that. But how important? Like, how do y'all choose who y'all deal with? Do y'all factor y'all kids in, or y'all don't? Do y'all just put
Ladies first?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
First on this.
How do you,
Wait, what was the question again?
so how do you basically, like, when you're choosing who you deal with, now that we all are parents sitting on this couch, like, are your kids factored into that, like, or is it just like I'm playing, like I'm out doing me, like, you know what I mean? Because it's, go ahead, you can.
Yeah, that's funny. As you said that, I don't think it should be about playing around when it comes to children. So, like, if you are seeking out to date or dealing with an individual, yes, it's important to seek that individual out prior to actually them meeting your children. You know what I mean? Because you have some women, some men that will have their children around any and everybody, and they might not even see a future with these people, and they're just bringing people in and out of their children's lives, And that's something that I feel like is very serious.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, because people are not really wanting to be around people, kids for real, you know, yeah, they'll say one thing, and then when you let these individuals around your children, it's the total opposite.
Yeah.
You know, you really got to be careful and mindful of who you letting around your children at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Especially even down to when it comes to co-parenting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as a mom, I would like to know who my child is being around, and vice versa. You know what I mean? Because that's a respect thing. You know, that right there is a safety. Anything can go on. You know what I mean? And some men, some women move according to how they feel. They don't care what the other parent think, and I feel like that's disrespectful, and it's called respect at the end of the day. So when I'm seeking somebody, I'm not just going to have anybody around my child. I would like to seek you out, know you as an individual, see how you are as an individual, and if you have children, I need to know if your kids is around you, because some men will play the role as if they're a good father, but they're really not. You know, so that's my take on that.
You agree?
Yeah, that's a major. I think that's number one for me, the type of mother I am. And definitely everything you said was correct. I kind of feel like it's a 2-level type step thing with that. Like, it's not ever given at anybody I'm dating, especially when you're in a dating scene. You're you're being courted. Correct. You're being courted by different people. So it will be a while, I guess, anyway, before you even say, like, it's like a hiring process. You get called in for the job. First of all, you get the email that you've been asking for a job interview, then the job interview. You know what I mean? So you gotta get in, you know, then you'll know. I feel like a parent with good intuition, at least, they would know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've been dating this person, and then you would know. Like, if it's getting to the point where you're like, wow, it's a time that, you know, maybe this individual could potentially, but like I said, for me, it would definitely have to be somebody that I'm extremely serious about. When I'm saying serious, I mean this is going to be my person. It's never given. I'm not introducing my children to anybody I'm dating. That's not happening. And another thing also, I would have to also make sure, because what I find too is that individuals, let's just say you're my friend and you're dating somebody, like, your person that you're dating may have an issue with your children's father. For me, if you're jealous that way or have an issue with the way I communicate with my children's father, that's a huge problem for me. And not so much that, you know, I'm just covering or protecting my children's father, but at the end of the day, if you care about me, if you care about my children, you have to respect the relationship between their father and I. Oh my goodness, absolutely. And I find a lot of significant others, they're jealous, or they have an issue with yeah, because I don't want to have an issue with, if you're my significant other, I don't want to have an issue with your children's mother.
Yeah, I don't play that.
I'm zero tolerance
Like
for that.
he said, beef ain't good, it only brings police.
So that would have to be number one. Yeah, that would have to be, that's my spiel on
You gotta
that.
stay focused,
Yeah,
especially if you're dealing with another situation. You shouldn't have to incorporate yourself with whatever issues was going on in that past. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you
Kids on this earth anyway.
We right here, and this is what I'm doing. You incorporate yourself in whatever y'all got going on. Now she putting you in the same thing. Like,
But you say square that away first.
Yeah, approach your teeth and not your eyes.
Yeah, I'm telling you, or I'm out. I'm zero tolerance for that.
You got some people that's just outright bitter.
No, but you got some people that don't know their place.
They don't know their boundaries.
Oh wait, she did that to you. He did that. What the fuck? You don't even know the story. You step into the lion's den and you're asking.
Okay, what Hart said, his uncle said, what you mind back? I'm gonna kill that nigga.
Yeah, so it's like, calm down. Like, people gonna tell you their side of the story all day long. Like, look at the bigger picture. You know
You
what I
got
mean?
women that over assert themselves in situations that they have no right asserting themselves
Stand in
in.
your place.
Like, relax.
Everybody has a place, and everybody needs to know their role. At the end of the day.
That's a fact. Like, you know what? It's crazy. Like, y'all, like, I don't know. You don't hear these things like y'all got a good podcast here. Like, for real. It's not, nah, like, for real. I'm humbled by this here. I thank y'all for having us again, for real. Like, yo, sure y'all know, like, because I'm pretty sure later on in life, y'all gonna be very, very much more successful, because it's a void that y'all feeling. It's a gap that's needed to be, things need to be.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. But yeah, so you know, at the end of the day, listen, children is innocent, right? They got to go by whatever their parents put them in.
Right.
Yeah. you know, when it's all said and done, the people who are with us like masks and act like they're these people. Basically, you have pedophiles. You have people that are showing up as somebody that they totally are not. So if they're gonna play you out, they don't give a damn about your children. You know what I mean? They're gonna say whatever they can say in order to get in your good graces. And everybody know that people hold their children near and dear to their heart. So of course, I want to go out with the kids. No, you don't. You need to calm down. I don't even know you like this.
Especially somebody so
I don't
Mommy want me to come over and then
yeah.
Hold up, you just met this kid yesterday?
Yeah, exactly. Or even like, and you know, and a lot of that stuff got to do with, you know, single parent households. Like, is a dynamic is missing in the household, right? So you have some women that do look for men to be their kids' stepdaddy or daddy. Sometimes they use dad. You got some men that use this woman to fill in where the mom like at. And it's like, y'all gotta calm down a little bit because y'all giving people tasks that they don't belong to. They didn't even earn those tasks, right? And then that's where signals start getting crossed. You have people cursing and hitting on your children. You know, I just don't be knowing what's going on. You know what I mean? So a lot of stuff that be going on just be like mind blowing to me anyway. Because it's like, wow, didn't you just meet this girl? Didn't you just meet this guy? Like, you only got like a week or two. Like, how is y'all that? Like, I be just like looking at stuff
Seriously.
like, damn, this is deep.
Sorry I lied to you, Martin. Can I still do
So you gotta be careful. Honestly, you gotta be really careful.
That's a fact.
I'm not big on nobody up in my house, and I'm not none of that. I don't give a damn on what you got going on. Go along, I'll meet you somewhere.
It was meant to be in this right like that.
Yeah. You gotta be really careful. Like, I'm sorry, them kids. And I hate to see the stories where the kids end up on a news dead or molested or raped, you know, from a parent, significant other. Like, y'all really got to do better with your children, seriously. Because that part, right, like I said, them kids is innocent. All they could do is go by what you put them in. That's it.
Yeah.
But go ahead, because I know your circumstances are different.
All right, so hold on. What's the question again? I just want to absorb it because everybody. Overall, I was about to say real quick though, because everybody got a different story. But when it comes to me, and I'm glad like everybody, like we can talk about our own personal stuff. I've always been in a relationship where the girl always had kids, so it's like I'm coming into it, and I always had to accept whatever they doing, and like even to this day, I don't wish nothing bad on any of my exes or whatever. But like, I have one daughter right now. But it's like all my life is like I'm that guy that, you know what I mean? It's crazy because I gotta go through everybody.
It's tough.
Yeah, like he got kids. It's like But what's the question?
So no, basically, like, how do you pick and choose, like, when you allow somebody, or like when y'all finally date and you have a child or children, like, how do you pick and choose, like, when does somebody come into that picture?
Alright, so for me, man, like Bree said, it's almost like, you know, you can't really start a job interview. You gotta look at the person. You gotta absorb everything that whatever they got going on, and then you gotta be willing to accept it. So, like I said, for me, like when I don't know what it is about me. Like I always get the girl that got the kid, so it's like I'm automatically like, so what's your situation? And oh, you got a kid, okay. I don't even mean that no more because I'm always gonna accept the kid, and I've always done that. But yeah, like from the jump to me, it's like that initial.
You know what's so crazy?
Yeah,
go.
I just want to know like what the situation is, because like right from that point moving forward, and that is a big thing. Like, are you still involved with the baby dad, or is he in the like? Because from that point, if he is, I don't have no problem with that. If he's not, then this is me personally. This is my son now. So like that's how, you know, I just got our relationship a few years ago. But that's still like my son. He called me anything, like, but I had to back off.
I love that.
I gotta back off and let her do her. But it's like I knew it was over between me and my last relationship when I went to go pick him up one day, and it's like after I drop him off, I'm focused on him. It's not even about her no more. But she calls me back later on and is like, "Did you ask him questions about me and my relationship?" And it's just little stuff like, why would I be asking him about like what's going on with you and like what you got going on? And so for me personally, like, I would have to cut it off with stuff like I just need to know from the jump stuff what's going on, and then when it's over, it's like, you know, I hate that kids be in situations like that.
Absolutely.
It's so crazy. Shout out to Justin Carter, man. Man, I want to say this right. It's funny when you hear somebody say something, you don't realize it. Because I played professional basketball for a while, minor league all over the country. And I remember him saying, yo, I never like going in a relationship with somebody got kids. It's just tough to leave, and the whole thing, the whole emotional thing. He used to drink, he used to be playing with me drinking. So he's like, damn, this the whole thing so emotional. I just can't do it. So he's like, don't do it, B. And you don't judge people when you really caring about them. You don't think if they got how many kids. He's like, cuz I'm like, yeah, man, we've been through that situation. This is tough though, because you really want to be a father. It's like I'm in a situation where I was taught to be a father by a young one that looked at me as dad. You know what I'm saying? So when you can be like, oh, that ain't it, it's just tough. It's just tough. But you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, it's like I said, it's like for more power to any single woman out there that's doing anything. Much love, and you gotta take your hat off to them, because no matter what, it's the strings and stuff at the present time you deal with. You don't know until life. Like you ain't really born with a compass or a map and a destination. And
swag it out.
You gotta swag it out, and then you just give up to everybody to actually sacrifice the gifts that they were given from God to do those duties as a parent. Period. Like it's just tough, man. Like you want the best for people. I mean, period. If you're not a hater, suppose like you just want to see people win. So come down to it, whether you're together or not, you want to see them win. Period. Genuinely want to see anybody, everybody, any situation I was ever in, ex, whatever. I want to see you win. Period. Because that's just our basic dream. You know what I mean? But my bad.
I mean, number one is the kids come first. You know what I mean? And when you in a relationship with other people, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you separated from that person, basically you don't want to lose yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because some people stop working, some people, you know what I mean, spend most of their time trying to get back with a relationship because of the kids and all of that stuff, and then they like shut down. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to be with my kids and all of that other stuff, and I want this and I want that. But you lose focus with yourself, and then when you're dealing with somebody else, is that person even helping you stay focused on working and staying lifted and not like going downhill from here and being in your emotions too much?
Everybody's task that they're trying to do in life is different. It's on a different time. It's on schedule. Maybe say you with somebody as a teacher. So the teacher have a different schedule than the person's an entertainer. As an entertainer, different than the person that's a trash person. You know what I mean? So it's like a culture shock sometimes. I think a lot of times we just don't really realize that the pressures, like I said, it's pressures we put on each other that of this. You gotta be this way, you gotta be that way.
We men.
And then like I said, the kids is tough because when my daughter, she was like, looking for the last, person that was with you. What song? So like, darn it, so when you nobody want to eat a year and a half.
Yeah.
So go ahead, what you were saying.
I'm saying like number one thing is you just like we men, like we just gotta be providers, you know what I'm saying? And kids see that, you know what I mean? Whoever's gonna be around, just be a provider and being able to handle business, because at the end of the day, where they live, the things that they have and the experience that they have and around the mom and whoever, it's nice to be mom and dad, but if dad ain't acting right, if mom ain't acting up and y'all separated, y'all still gotta work. And whoever you dealing with, when you with that person, is business. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you look good and all that, so you look good with me, but how do we do well with work together and how we finna grow business wise? You know what I'm saying? I got this going on and I'm with you. You might not have this, but I'm gonna help you with that. You know what I'm saying? Mentally get yourself prepared for whatever you want to do, and I'm gonna help you get there. And when we get there, you know what I'm saying? How we gonna do well as a business, and how we gonna grow, where we gonna live, what type of business are we gonna establish together? Instead of you just looking good. Yeah, I want her. I don't want that. I want business between both of us. And handling that for them kids, you know what I'm saying? We know how we grew up, so whatever we didn't have, that's not our issues between mom and dad.
Like I only like to bring my personal situation up, but my lady has 2 boys and they lost their pops, and I'm a father, period. That's how I go. It ain't like, you try to be like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't perfect. Fucking part of my life, far from perfect. But I was, man,
Yes.
I'm bumping my head
Transparency
every
and
day.
defiance.
It's every day.
Unfiltered
And that's,
discussions.
you know, you gotta really wanna. I don't know. You gotta wanna be better. I think it just like yesterday was yesterday. It's like today is today. You miss this present time that you in. You're gonna be bitter anyway because you be missing these present times. Like this present time right here. Wait, it's like you never get it back.
Mm-hmm.
There's a book called The Present. It's crazy. It's like probably like only 25, 30 pages. But the present and quick rundown. A younger lady grew up and is
I want to take something off what you were saying.
always happy. Always happy. This guy's always happy. She's like, why are you so happy, sir? Like, what is it? He said, because I got my present today. She said, what is it? What is that? It's like, well, it's the present. He said, one day you understand.
Yeah.
And then one day, years later, she was sitting there, just watching her kids. Like she has kids now, and they're swinging and they're just chilling, and she has a house. She's on her deck, and she's like, "Damn, I'm happy as that." It's the present moment, because that's what we kept saying. It's the present.
Yeah. Now
You
she
go too
got
far in
the
the future, you forget what you're doing, and if you go too far in the past, you're gonna be stuck on that too. You have to be in the present.
One last thing, man. At the end of the day, when you have somebody coming in that's meeting your kids, you want them to be on their shit. Like at the end of the day, like you dated me and my kids. You know what I'm saying? You this is not your kid. You know what I'm saying? So you around me, and I want you to be able to know that. Like this ain't no games and all of that other stuff. Like I'm not in it just to have fun and all of that stuff. Like,
My
I got
daughter,
shit to do.
she's in Virginia Beach. I gotta deal with.
Wait a minute. One thing. Wait, we got it.
Pardon me.
Yes, we over talking. We gotta all be heard. So go ahead. What did you say?
I'm saying, like at the end of the day, I got shit to do. So you coming into the picture, you know what I mean? I want you to know that my main focus is the kids. You know what I mean? And handling business. So if you got a problem with me not giving you certain attention or certain time and all of that stuff, like you dealing with the nigga that's focused. You know what I mean? This is what I want for my kids. And this is what I want for myself.
Right.
And if you're willing to, you know what I mean, be around, you gotta be able to know that you ain't gonna be able to get that much attention. So don't get in your feelings.
But we working 21-hour days, right? Right? It's weird doctors, right? That's real life.
Boss is never
Boss is never twice. Real life.
Or no free time. I got 2 hours of sleep, not even fun. Maybe. Not even funny. Two days, not being funny. When he say hard work and free time, we really live by that. Like us, we've been together, like we lived in West, West Bottom, where we had like a platter, a cup of juice, because we was with each other. Whenever we was cool, we went through it. So we love each other like that.
And I love a brother.
It's genuine. Like,
so my next question to you guys is, what is your deal breaker in a relationship? I'm gonna go on this side first. What is it? Absolutely deal breaker. One thing. What is a deal breaker?
Ooh. Oh my God. So an absolute.
Yeah, all these flashes.
One thing.
My bad.
One
thing. Yeah.
One thing.
All right. Oh wow. That's difficult. Oh my God. Why you had to start with me, Nash? An absolute deal breaker for me is inconsistency. I don't like nothing inconsistent. You gotta come with consistency or stay far away from me.
Yeah, I like that.
Taking a test right now.
This is real.
Ash, what you got?
Ooh, I got plenty, but I'm gonna just add this one. Lack of motivation.
Let's see.
You thinking?
It's okay.
It's
You
okay.
know, you can
It's a lot of
admit,
it.
but I have a list, but
I got ADHD. Don't mind me, y'all. I'll be trying.
It's
Not having a vision. You gotta know where you go. You gotta be going somewhere, right? Because I'm big on goals and things like that. So you definitely had to be going. So you might not be going where I'm going, but you're going somewhere.
That's good.
there you go.
Reeves, what you got?
Absolute deal breaker.
One deal breaker. What is it?
Alright, so for me, if I'm in a relationship, the deal breaker for me would be like physical cheating. I know you big on emotional. Girls be emotional and stuff, But for me, it's just physical because I feel like, as for me, y'all can flirt. Because I mean, I do that. I've done that in relationships. I like pictures. Hey, you pretty and all that. I've had arguments about it, then I can run down a little bit. I've done it. I know. Y'all got a problem with it, so I'll stop. Like this picture saying good morning and all that.
That's gonna be
But
if
I see y'all liking guys and all that, I expect that.
You
got they want to have. Look at this thing. I seen all y'all looking at it. He came in with his highlighter hoodie on. Y'all wasn't looking at him.
But listen, I'm gonna have a question on that when everybody go around.
But I feel like, for real though, like, but I feel like, if I see y'all liking guys or liking pictures, as a guy or just for me, I have a problem with it, but I would never be like that's a deal breaker. But physical for me, like it's hard for me to go back.
Yeah.
Like
I could respect that.
Okay.
Physical.
A woman that can't cook.
Oh my God.
Like I'm not finna be ordering Uber Eats and DoorDash every fucking night because I can't even. You know what I mean? No. She gotta know how to cook, man.
I can respect that.
She gotta know how to cook.
You funny.
Deal breaker?
Yes.
He hungry.
Oh, I guess.
Don't we make that
He's
song?
hungry.
The girl could cook, and the girl could clean.
Yeah,
That's funny.
right.
That's actually the
They be
funny.
like, why wait?
I agree. Go ahead, Vinny.
Ah man.
One
Deal
minute.
breaker. Oh no. Oh man.
1 o'clock.
I kind of had it in my brain, but what was that topic that y'all was kind of speaking of?
Which
Deal breaker.
Deal breaker.
No,
One deal
but
breaker.
off when somebody said something when they said it.
Oh, what about cheating?
Yeah. So look, all right. So look, me and my friends know public relations is a real dreams and right? We know search engine optimization, right? We know how to configure. Boom. When the algorithm set in social media, right? So if you liking then you're socializing people, it makes sense because then it gets put into like a whirlpool where you start getting more numbers. So if you're an entertainer, you would like to get more numbers. You liking people pictures just because you really don't really care anybody. You don't really know who he probably is.
But that's a
But
big
you
thing
know
for
a
email.
fact if you
That's
do
a big thing.
now listen, this is what I'm getting at. If I do this, they're going to probably show love to me when I put my projects and stuff out. It's just love, right? But for a female, you know this, right? So you come in a relationship, well, I really do this. I know what I'm doing. This is how I do what I do. LL Cool J, his shirt off, his wife, maybe have him doing a thing, right? It's entertaining. Social media is once again entertaining, trying to get more traffic, period. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a lady and you ain't doing this for a living, you just on social media, just liking pictures, that's what you're doing, right? Because what do you get paid to do?
Deal breaker.
I'm not saying it's a deal breaker now. That's a deal breaker in a way because it's already included that it could happen physically now.
Yeah, like for
Open
you,
the
like
door
for
already.
you, is that a deal breaker?
That's I keep behind like, yo, this is what I do. I'm an artist, so just like
Oh, so somebody not accepting.
Oh,
that.
okay, got you.
You know how I'm gonna do this too type thing versus just being a grown up and really realizing like I really do this. I'm trying to tell you I got numbers on this and we got numbers.
Oh,
It's
it's
not
like
a deal
it's
breaker
career.
necessarily.
So
It's like I don't like the people that go in and you trying to go tit for tat. You're trying to measure up to
Gotcha.
I can do this too type of
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
It never should be a I
Like
can
two
do
can
that
play
too.
that game. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
especially if you keep it 100, this is how you come in,
Yeah,
this is
I
what you're
keep
doing.
it-
And you see a
okay.
person working, and then you literally like, because don't get it twisted. Like, believe me, I've been in situations where I was down, the female had to help me get on my feet, and I had to do the vice versa, the same thing. And then it's tough though when like my whole shit, you don't know my expenses. I gotta buy bigger plates. Why you all acting? You need to respect the game. That should be it. What you eat don't make me. Where's the love? But for real, because I don't know how much you gotta get when you're doing your hair supplies. And like, you know, if I'm
That is,
with you,
so career-wise, that's definitely understandable.
already a deal breaker.
because
You can't flow.
you already should
You know,
know that
they're
coming
entertaining.
into
that's it.
to the picture. So I'm pretty sure you already threw that out there, you know?
Well, they act like they okay with it just to get into it.
Right.
Yeah,
And that's
then
the
it'd be
deal,
like-
the deal
Yeah,
breaker right
that's
there.
I mean, I gotta press a button right now and get many followers and all that because we my guys, we know this. We've been doing this a very long time. Like, you know what I mean? And it's not being funny. Like, you know,
Yeah.
he's like this guy, network king on floor with it. We on the net with it. He out here DJing with it, and we artists, and we've been chasing, and we've been doing this for a long time. And it's like, if we be chilling together and we at 4 in the morning just talking in the parking lot, maybe the females with don't even might not even believe it. And that's be the hard part, because when you just want somebody to believe that you really out here trying to do something amazing, you want to leave this motherfucking earth.
That could be a deal breaker.
It is a deal breaker because, like, come on, blood. Like, oh, I'm driving, I'm already getting fucking harassed already, God. Like, I'm getting harassed for real. It happens. You know how many times I don't say how many times a cop just pull up on me just to and pull up just to get up on me and then just pull out. That shit fuck with you, dog. Like, so when you go home, you want trust, you want love, you want compassion, you want all that shit. I'm emotions, I cry, I don't give a fuck. Like, my dad told me. My dad told me to cry. So I made her cry. She made her cry. And a smart man said, if you cry, get mad and happy to the same day, you had a great day. So you use those emotions is there for a reason. At the same time, you know, like we said, we handle our business.
Love this podcast. Wait, so what's the deal breaker?
But you know,
Deal breaker is. The ultimate deal breaker is what I'm saying is when it comes down to it, you already you reneging on the agreement we had. You're reneging on the agreement we had in the beginning.
We understand.
Yeah, been unsupportive of what you had built.
Yeah, we understand that. So who's next?
No, we all said it.
All right.
And
he had to do. I was like, hey, he said deal breaker.
cheating.
Physically.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody said.
Yeah, I want to say something pertaining to he said physically, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also is another component to that, right? Emotionally cheating as well.
Amen.
So a lot of women will look at it on the levels of, okay, you liking the picture, does it stop there or could it go elsewhere?
Or
Yes,
is
ma'am.
it consistent?
On the consistent,
And vice versa though too.
especially if it's the same female over and over again,
absolutely.
you know, things of that nature. So
But that
Oh
don't
no.
be trust.
If they
That
go
don't be
all the way back in the weeks.
oh yeah, so you like
You're
it,
trying to get somebody attention. Why
So
are you all the way back there in the pictures?
and usually
89 weeks ago.
But I'm just like a person that got this time to me. You like, what are you doing?
And
You
it
really
don't
check it
even-
all back there? That's kind of
and sometimes
that's
you
my
don't realize.
So can I ask y'all what's worse? Us liking pictures for weeks versus y'all having sex with another guy?
or having a
We ain't
conversation
even have sex with the girl.
or having a
Which is worse?
That's
conversation.
not even a comparison.
Oh, it is a comparison. 'Cause
How is that great? Today you already said.
So it's one
I'm just
thing
asking
to
what's
think
worse.
something,
What's
but
worse?
to perform an act is two totally
You got two
different
couples. She cheated on him physically, and he was liking all these girls' pictures.
You can like them pictures after I dash
Who's-
them.
But you know, but a lot of people look at it like that. So like if it was vice versa, and you see your particular, you know, your mate or whatever looking at some man picture or looking at this, especially if a man sitting up there in his underwear, print showing whatever, and consistently
That's
liking
for
it.
chances. I'm
But we just talking
Yeah.
about deal breakers.
We're
I
not
couldn't-
having-
No,
I
I
couldn't forgive you.
It opened
for
the
sleeping.
conversation up.
Say
But
that again?
I couldn't forgive my girlfriend for
Right.
sleeping
Right.
with this guy.
Yeah, but I took it a step further and added on
Could
to
you forgive me for emotion for?
Oh yeah, that ain't about that.
No, that ain't about nothing.
Quick question.
That, you can easily come back from that, but I like to take stuff a step further. That's why I brought up
Physically,
the
it's a deal.
emotional.
You're done. You're done.
Yeah, you're done.
I have a
Period.
quick question because I know y'all females and
Uh-huh.
like, so what if you had like a female having a conversation with a guy on the side that's like a friend and not even giving you heads up about that, and then but still making it seem like it's nothing, it's okay, or they say, oh, hey, beautiful on her picture type stuff or whatever, and then she's like, it's okay, it's nothing, and they don't give a clarification who that person is. She already know, but it's like you don't give
trust.
you have a. Yeah, I mean, it's like only trust they say, right?
That's-
So if you just
you gotta
ask a
be-
question
you
and
gotta-
the person
you gotta
dance
be
around that, ain't that?
business.
Wouldn't
That's
that make
it.
you feel? I'm just asking you, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
That definitely. That's why I tied it into that piece because things lead to that, and then now he's saying beautiful. It's like you gotta understand your boundaries. So now you have a lack of respect for this individual at the end of the day.
Already,
And
right?
It could be something as harmless as you think it might
But
be.
then the person to turn around and be looking forward to that. Hey, beautiful everyone.
Get what I'm saying, though?
Because
And
you
that's
may
what
not
I'm
be giving
saying.
that to that individual.
And that's what I'm saying. You feel me? Or maybe this person just
It's
likes.
opening up the door that
That don't
even
get
Yeah.
open it up.
open.
And so that would lead to the physical component.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that
I
builds
just
a
like to
rapport.
think outside further step, but yeah, that definitely could lead to other stuff, and then you brushing it off, not saying who the individual is.
It will.
Now
Yeah.
my flags is raised. Like, what else are you doing? What's happening here? Because now you got to step in because it may get there.
Yeah.
You got to check the person where it needs to be
Conversation.
checked.
Yeah.
Don't let stuff go on. It needs to be checked. Which is good.
Absolutely. And don't ever act like you're okay with something you're not okay
Don't
with.
lie to yourself. And that's our
A
problem
lot of
as
people
human
do
beings.
that. Oh, it's fine, little fucking
We
ain't.
lie to ourselves
Yeah.
sometimes to be
And why?
okay with something.
What's
It's how-
happening now? I'm
It's how
confused.
you, it's
Right.
how you move though.
I don't like confusion.
Because I could be DJ and a lot of people come up to me and I'll be like, "What's up, beautiful?" on the microphone, and my girl could
But
be
that's
sitting
your
right
But
line
there.
that's
of
totally
work.
different.
Because, you know, that's
Absolutely.
totally different.
Yeah, that's the
That's
your
your
work.
line of work. It
Nah,
comes
that's
with your
different. Whole
territory.
different.
So
Exactly.
You gotta trust that person.
That's
You know
not-
what I'm saying?
nah.
That's how you move. Because if I know that's what you do on the regular, then I know you're not gonna move like
That's
them.
But
different.
you're gonna know if somebody's doing something that they're not supposed to be doing,
Exactly.
especially if you're a DJ. And then here it is now,
Yeah.
you hanging out with different women on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Now you all hugged up with different women. So it'll
you know,
show.
you know.
No, I'm just
It's a
saying, there's
show.
a difference between you saying that and then you following that person and that person's in your phone, got your number. That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
all
so-
this shit is like, she got too much, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Too
so it'll
close to
show
you.
if that person is doing other than what their career is pertaining to. Because a lot of people can, to really do it on the flip side, can say that that's their career, but however, that's their underlying.
Yeah,
You
and
know, I
that's,
add on to
and-
that.
yeah,
They
and that'd
as
be
to
tough,
get with
yes.
different women or whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
And
yes.
I'm not saying that's the case for y'all,
And-
but that could be the hidden agenda.
That's one of my
right there.
pet peeves. I don't want to be like these, this man.
But my
No,
whole-
because you're not.
my
We
whole-
ain't trying. No, we ain't trying to be like none of these.
He
you know
had to
what I
take
mean?
the glasses
We
off.
was
You see
cool.
that?
We was. I did a.
Oh, he got
I got
caught.
4 more jumps. I'm about to do another movie. I'm blessed. We blessed. I was cool before I ever had a blessing to even start doing my first movie. I was always cool. We was always most popular. We always had the girls. So a cat that get up, and even if a person get up be a cop or something in power, they try to hot side on somebody that ain't got that power, and now they want to be somebody. You was never nobody, dog. That's the niggas we don't want to be associated with on that type of level. I want respect as this is what I do. Straight like that. And that's when the trust comes, and that's when things get easy and flow like water. We 85% water, right?
Listen,
It's flow like water.
You should be able to just, you gotta just stay focused, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we only getting older and we ain't got that much time, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you gotta stay focused on what you're doing and how you gonna grow.
Amen.
I don't got time to be worrying about who you liking and what all
That
that
too,
stuff.
though. Yeah.
I don't care about none of that
That too.
shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what the pictures you like and all of that shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move like this. And if you do something that's crazy, then I'm gone.
Yeah, right,
You lost me.
That's
So
right.
at the end of the day,
Exactly.
Period.
you wanna do that?
You
Do
know what I'm
what
saying?
you do.
Right.
You got the freedom to do that. I don't care what
Yeah, that's what you
because I'm
choose to
too
do.
focused on
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
What you choose to do, right?
I'm too focused on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Or that phone call banging back and forth.
I'm too focused on these
Want to get to
games
know
right
right
now.
now. Call you the downtime you at work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what's gonna be
Yeah,
like.
because
I don't want to be emotional. I don't want to be in my
especially in
emotions.
that sense.
On
Yeah.
that level, no.
Facts.
No, because when y'all be like, oh, I
That's
want him
young.
to be emotional, like, I don't want to even tap into that.
No,
Yeah.
emotional
Yeah.
one,
I
no.
gotta.
They mean at a
That-
higher
that-
level.
yeah,
No,
That's,
they
that's something
they
totally
talking at a
different.
higher level
Jealousy
emotion. They talking
and-
something else.
and-
Intimacy.
Jealousy is a whole nother
Jealousy is
thing.
different.
That
That's-
emotion, no. But for somebody to really want to be loving on their individual, being at peace with their
Being there and then you
individual,
crying, you
that's
there.
what the levels of emotional pieces that people want to be on, not ill emotions, negative emotions. You don't want the
Ain't nothing
negative
toxic,
emotions.
no.
That's
Put it that way.
another thing.
A person like you crying, suck it up. Like, damn.
Yeah,
That's where you're not,
Yeah,
your
yeah,
emotions are
yeah,
not being acknowledged.
disregarding how you feel.
Exactly.
Your feelings aren't being violated.
Mhm.
Not like that.
No.
It's
No.
totally something different.
Alright.
Absolutely not.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Y'all was so crazy.
That was so funny. But
Make sure y'all tune in.
Everybody,
These ladies are great, yo. For real. Y'all gotta tune in. They very smart people, yo.
Listen, so my question to you guys is, right, because I know for women it's different, and I know for men it's different. When exactly do y'all really settle down?
That's good.
When?
When you guys are,
yeah, I think we all got different
when
perspectives on
when
that.
you establish, you know what I'm saying? You got your bread together. Y'all got the living situation is cool. You know what I'm saying? And then, like on both ends, you know what I'm saying? Not rushing into living with that person, but you having yourself established, her having herself established, and then y'all can come together and settle down. You know what I'm saying?
okay. That
I can see that.
Not a nigga moving into his John crib or a girl moving into his crib and then trying to figure that shit out. Like y'all taking the time to still be together, but be on your own wave And then when y'all willing to come together and being like, all right, well, I mean, I'm handling this and you handling this, but we can come together. Like, and shit is just easier on both sides. But you know for a fact, he got his shit together and worked it. She got her shit together, and now we good together. Like,
it just sound good.
So okay, wait.
If that's what you're on, though, that's what something else is gonna be.
You gotta make sure you're dating on your level.
Yeah.
There's levels to everything.
Levels to this.
Right?
Yeah.
Facts.
I'm not gonna go out and find a corner boy. I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly.
It's not happening. We're not into the same things. I'm not done with you.
Before y'all start talking about Miss Doubtfire, I had so many, like, I just knew. But no, because it's like, it's way deeper. Like, I'm really watching that.
It is deep, though. I'm gonna watch it again later.
I was about to say, I feel like, it's crazy. Everything he said, it's like, cool, like, right, you got your stuff together, blah, 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 blah. But you could do all that, and look what she did to
true love is true love.
to Robin Williams. Like, he was there with the kids. He doing what he loved. He don't want to take a job. I wouldn't want to take a job that I hate.
You feel
probably
me?
not getting paid. And then she took him to court. So it don't matter how good of a dude you are. Me, I was with raising my ex. You know what I mean? I'm with him all day. You could do all this stuff, but at the end of the day, everybody just gonna do what they want to do.
Period.
He could be the best 90%. Forget that 80%. He could be 90-10, but she's still.
It's that one thing she's looking for.
He
Okay,
was more manlier. He had the suit on and shit like that. Like, even though he was good with the kids and all that
means
stuff,
nothing.
she was able to go
Women ain't nothing.
dress up and.
But listen,
y'all got to get back. This is why conversations and communication is major, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes we enter in things and we both want the same thing. Y'all have to do those check-ins. Along the way, some people may change their mind, but they're still going on with the original plan. At least that's what you think. That's why communication is important.
Now I gotta watch this.
Okay, so y'all have to sit and have these tough conversations. Everybody like to dance around stuff. If you're a straight shooter, you respect it, right? I only can respect what's real. So I'm going to, especially if you see somebody changing up a little bit, see what's going on with them. Something that's changed there. Like, but a lot of people don't want to talk about that.
no.
Everybody want to act like everything is all good when you see that things aren't all good. Like, and if the things aren't working, then let it be. Goodbye. Like, go your way. We can't come to a meeting point, then y'all need to leave each other alone.
Period.
And that's what it is. So it's not that people can't build and do this and do that. One person you'll come in and act like, oh, we see eye to eye, we here.
Yeah, so
then
you
they're
gotta
not
work.
impatient. You still here? Are we still on the same page here?
Exactly.
I'm about to say that's kind of hard though, even what you saying, because I could come to the table like that, like, hey, really, like, I want to be with you. You know what I'm saying? I got a good job, all this stuff. I'm lying like a motherfucker, but this is, I can't. You know what I'm saying? No, but it's like
You right, I get it.
that is the best thing to do though. Come to the table, like,
Come to
all
the
right.
table.
But how would you feel about me if I want to be with you, but you know, I ain't got a job. I can't take you out. Look, she already grinning like,
You know what I mean?
burgers
And
are
then-
I'm a good
and
dude
then
though. I'm a good
Shannon
dude
said,
though. I'm a
like,
good dude though.
Then you would have to, in
That's
return,
time.
unfortunately, date in your
Yeah,
friend.
you're
And
right.
then
That's
your
what
friend.
I'm saying.
Because then you have some.
Time.
You understand what I'm saying? Somebody that may be perfectly acceptable for
So-
somebody would want that.
So if y'all both really ain't got nothing going on, that would give y'all the opportunity
To build from the
together.
ground up.
So a lot of people tend to base it off
It's
of.
easy to say that, but y'all know
But
y'all.
she right.
Give us a chance in my mind.
But that's why I
Y'all
said.
wouldn't even give us a shot.
But you're a kid.
But that's why I said the opportunity.
Kids.
When you say shit like that,
Son.
How am I a kid?
That's
No.
not.
If I'm trying to,
But
Not you, but I'm like,
But listen,
How am
or
I saying
that's one of the most responsible motherfuckers.
but listen.
Hold on, let me tell him why he's
Reason
saying that.
most responsible person.
But wait a minute, can I finish my point
Go ahead.
first?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Y'all can finish. I'm listening.
So basically, what I'm saying is, is that at that point, that will be something where you meet, and that's why she said the level, that would be at a meeting point where you both are not at the levels that y'all are, so that would give y'all the opportunity to build upon each other and uplift each other.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So here it is. This is come to women too. She might meet a man all the way up here, but she's always all the way down here. And a lot of times you have women that base things strictly off of finances, right?
Exactly.
And what is it that you're doing? Like, can you seek, guidance with him so you can level up and be on the same level as him, and he can show you what you're doing, so it can be up there. So when it's not on the levels that it should be on, that's where things don't fall in place. And lying does not get you nowhere because it's gonna always show up. And let's say you got this and this going on, and then you may not have a job You say you got a job and you acting like you want to work every day, and then next thing you know, she like, well, Dad, could you help me out with X, Y, and Z? And you're looking around shocked and confused now because now you gotta let the cat out the
your money
bag.
where your mouth is.
I just paid rent.
Yeah, no excuse.
Put your money where your mouth is, y'all.
It's my rent.
Put your money
Don't
where your
talk
mouth
heavy
is.
and then you can't
Then you
carry
can't
it.
fulfill the role.
Yeah, just keep it 100. Like, yo, listen, ain't there, but I work for
People
it.
like that. You know, tell
Nah, I mean,
us
it's so
how
easy
you
to
call your
talk
brother.
about this
Tell
stuff,
your
but-
brother,
But you know, everybody has their own opinion based on their own
why I say
experiences
son?
and stuff.
So
Why I
I'm
say
called,
son?
Oh yeah, how was I
I'm saying you son, because number one, you ain't got no job. Why you ain't working? You just
I don't
said.
think he's talking about.
He
No, I know.
I'm not talking about you.
But
Not
man,
him in
I'm just saying,
particular.
you said I'm lying and I ain't got that. Why don't you have that? And what's that song?
I was just
Can't
using
raise
it.
a man.
oh, I was using that as an example.
As an example.
That's what I'm
That-
saying. I'm saying that as an
That
example.
in the beginning, yes, it's easy to just lie and get the girl, but then like you said, like you shouldn't have to. As you
But
go
it ain't gonna
along,
last.
things start coming out, so you don't
Like,
really have to
yeah.
settle. But at the same time, it's like
Mm-hmm.
90. I feel like 90% of women, y'all go off of. I hate saying it and stuff like that, but financial, and then y'all look at, then okay, maybe he's a good dude and all that, but y'all look at this stuff first. Whereas we look at y'all like first, we already know if we want to deal with y'all by the way y'all look. Like I'm looking at you like, dang. I mean, it's not all guys, but like, we look at the
pins and pads now, like, oh, you
Wow,
know.
that's interesting.
Mine's is
But what she said is different.
Yeah.
well, emotional and mental and all that stuff. We are.
I can't. If I can't have a
Yeah, rich.
conversation
I don't
with
know.
you.
Yeah, rich.
I feel it's
I
more
think it's
physical.
nice.
Yeah, money don't make you like
Nah,
I'm
that's an
going
add-on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's how you
in
move.
addition to.
It's
Yeah.
your habits.
That's
man.
the amenities
habits.
that come with you. Like those are the things.
Absolutely.
So, you might have that woman that might see that potential in you and might take you on. It all depends and it's tied to the individual.
Yes, that's your choice.
You could have $1 million and be a clown. I don't like a clown.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I don't need no circus in my face.
It's like,
You know what I mean?
I fall in love with
I feel
habits,
that.
man.
it's because you got
I
that
fall
bandit
in
on
love with
making
habits.
down.
She eating right. She know how to cook. She
I ain't
waking up in the
having it.
morning.
I
Yeah.
Same. I'm the same way. I don't go for finances.
Yeah.
I don't.
ain't. No, you better have your stuff together.
Because I
Absolutely.
become correct regardless, right? So I don't
You
go
ain't gotta
for
be
Because
making
if
$1
I
million
fall, you
for
gotta
it.
be able to pick up where I lack at the end of the
Absolutely.
day. You know what I mean? Because a lot of
It's time,
women
it's
got
time.
their stuff together. Some men do too as well.
Yeah.
But if I'm coming to the table and I'm really coming equipped already, I'm looking for things money can't buy.
Correct.
At the end of the day.
Mhm.
And that's what a lot of men don't
Yeah.
understand. A lot of women are looking for things that money can never buy us.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
And that's just levels to that too. Every
That's
woman
true.
ain't like that. Some women, ooh, girl, you see,
And now
What
put
the
up
fuck?
the
Yeah.
car.
Besides
and
the
his jewelry
finances.
got to do with you.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And that's why you always end up at the bottom.
Just the
Bottom of the
bullshit
totem
for
pole.
entertainment value.
Because he's not the
Some
individual
people
You're
that
looking
he
for
thought he
financial gain or
was.
your, he got his own stuff. That ain't yours?
It's based it
Yeah.
off of materialistic
Right.
things, and you can't do
Think
that.
about that
Can't,
corny
bro.
stuff.
Right. I'm the
Like,
same way.
come on,
Not
you
sure.
gotta be
These will
real
come right
about
back.
it. You know?
Life, you can't get that shit back.
Like I said, man, I fall in love with habits, man.
Mhm.
And that became my new attraction. Instead of like just looking at a John and just being like, I'm from Philly, so I'm saying John. So I'm looking at a John and she look good. It's more to that. Like I want to see how you move on your own, on a daily, what you do. You know what I'm saying? And you know
Let's
what I mean?
keep it on. And like I said, we was cool. We've been cool, right? So we be cool. You a cool cat. You know you've been through around the block a couple times. You get to see a little bit of everything. This ain't nothing new to you. It don't nothing new. So I look at it like, yeah, it's ain't nothing new. It's
Yeah.
not
Vinny, when is your birthday, Vinny?
May 15th of Taurus all day. Taurus.
Oh, okay.
They trying to figure you out right now. Something about the signs right
They
here.
off into
I don't know
it.
what his source is.
I'm bullheaded, y'all. You see this red? Y'all fucked around. Got the red cloth. I'm on my bull time now, so be saying that.
So they gave you the ammunition to keep
Going.
going.
We on
Okay.
go. Listen, I tell you, man, I love this, yo. I'm up live. Like I said, I'm living my dream right now. This is a dream come true too. Let's not keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. I mean,
said,
let's not keep it 100. Yeah, I really had 2 hours of sleep, like 2 days. But like, I'm about
Wow.
to start shooting for another 4 days with Adam Sandler tomorrow. So it's a blessing, and y'all doing this, and I want to give mad shout outs to anybody chasing their dream, man. Female, male, like do your thing, do your thing, yo, and support each other for real. Like not even like you said, you don't have $1 to give. A person say if you can't uplift somebody, the worst thing you do is try to hurt them. Just don't, and saying certain things, not saying even physical violence is okay. It's niggas out here dealing with mental shit.
Right.
And a female that they love can fucking just tip them off the iceberg. They go out and then they on Channel 6 News because they couldn't hold it in. My niggas hold the fuck on. You feel me? I resonate with real people.
Yeah.
I agree.
My mom's side from Harlem, dad's side from Brooklyn. I'm Jersey raised, but I'm a city boy by heart, but I'm a country nigga on the low too. So I lived in the land, lived everywhere. I got mad love
This
for y'all.
concludes chapter 1.
And this is just ran on. I'm going on because I love my people. I'm out here living my dream. We actually doing a podcast. It's my first podcast.
Oh, well, shout out to you.
Oh, shout out to you.
Actually, this is my first one too.
This is my first one too. And shout out to Clarence for bringing me though. Starting from the bottom, now we here. Starting from the bottom. But now, congratulations to y'all for even look. To have 3 sisters together, even doing a podcast. You know how hard it is to get people. I've watched it. People trying to get things together and get things together. They got so and so's hating on so and so, and so don't like so and so. And it's like, dang, y'all sisters is doing it. That's man, salute to that. Salute to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what
I
it's
feel
about.
like that's just the black culture in general.
Yeah, so I'm
I
trying.
had that discussion. We just don't stick together. You see the Chinese.
Hey, Hov, I know what you told Ty. You said it's time
around.
to get everybody. Listen, everybody, look, it's time to get us up. Us each other.
Yeah.
Us all y'all up. Like, we can't keep doing what we doing. Like, and brothers, put the fucking guns down, dog. Box it the fuck out real quick. We see what's up. Or make some money, put on a platform. Y'all like YouTube and everything. Get a TuneCore app, whatever it is. Open up yourself. What's the joint called? What's the joint? I forgot, but it'll come to me. Get an app where you can make money for your content. Make the shit right. Y'all niggas out here wilding. Get the shit straight. Y'all making us look crazy. Not saying I'm perfect once again, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Come on.
Absolutely.
We ain't gotta keep tapping on them. Let's get it. Because we gotta support y'all and protect them at the same time. That's what it's about.
Please and thank you.
And we gotta support each other though.
Absolutely. I agree 1,000%.
All eyes is on us right now. We took over TikTok. Culture, y'all took over TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm
I
giving
don't
the black
do no
ladies that.
TikTok. I leave that to the children.
It started. No, pardon me. It just became a avenue of being able to market yourself more. It's a shame.
Yeah.
And
That's not my thing.
Not your thing, but
Yeah,
like
I know.
somebody
I
said,
see it as a good.
they just put their products on there, not dancing, just that one product, and they see their products are selling way more.
Oh wow, that's dope.
Yeah.
And I just heard somebody tell me this, and I'm like, wow, that's
I
crazy.
seen people cooking on there. It's different ways.
No, I mean whatever way you can get
You
yourself
got
out there.
everything.
do you.
Digital cards now for your
Yeah.
business cards. I'm like,
It's not
I
my
get
thing.
that. Well, I didn't know that. Somebody told me
Yeah.
that. And like, you just information.
That makes absolute sense to me. You know, at the end of the day, we have different people sitting on the couch today, right? We have an actor. What are you? Used to play pro ball, you said?
Look.
A rapper.
Yeah.
We have
Well,
the DJ.
We got so many titles, man.
Yeah.
I rap, I DJ, I engineer, get my own clothing line,
Yeah.
make beats.
UDesignU.com. Check it out.
Okay.
All your latest
They hear y'all out there.
Smiles jewelry.
More to
everything
come.
you need.
Oh
I
wow.
promise you. Best quality.
Fuck them doors is open.
You gonna
I'm
get
building
those
it
hard work,
all.
no free time t-shirts, bro.
Walking through
Got
my
it.
own tee. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm building my own door, walking through my own doors. You know what I mean?
Well, I
Create
love
your own
y'all
opportunity.
confidence. That's one thing I can say about y'all sitting on this couch. The confidence is off the chart. I can't rate it from 1 to 10. It's about an 80.
Hey, you know something crazy?
Yeah.
This is my last time cutting y'all off, right? Confidence is underrated. It's something that need to be on the table in you. You gotta breathe your kids with confidence. You feel me? Like breathe them with confidence to the point where they ain't seeing it, even have time to hate on nobody. Like, ain't no time for it.
Absolutely, I
You
agree.
really so confident and not being
I
brash.
agree 1,000%. Do you got one last question?
You got another question?
I don't even
Yeah,
know.
I love
I
that.
mean, you know what's so crazy though? We had many people on this couch, but a lot of people act like they be so timid and scared. It was like they got like, all right, whatever it is,
They
what it
play
is. Yeah, it's
around.
unfiltered. You know,
Yeah,
they ain't play
yeah.
around.
That's
You know,
how we
because a lot of
always
men
been
be able to
though.
say
But I
nothing.
respect that.
I like
You
that
know what
though.
I mean? And it's
Yeah.
not.
Let's get on some stories. One story.
I mean, it's
one concert.
too much.
Listen, we so confident. We've been in so many different
Which
concerts for
concert?
free, and we never have to pay. And because it's
things
we
be
want to
done,
give you
man.
it's the way you
I
move.
wouldn't recommend
Sorry.
We was young boys. We used to literally go to these concerts like and see what's going on backstage. We wanted to learn the whole
I'm
process.
talking about right next to Beyonce, about to go up on
Oh,
stage.
Shout out to
And
And I ended up in a room with Jay-Z and his security.
Right.
In the room, I ain't supposed to be there. It got to the point where security walked up to me. You know, first thing, the natural thing to do is just, like I'm on my phone, eating stuff. They like, Jay, like,
Tell them what Charlie Mack told. Hold up. Skip to the part. Tell them what Charlie Mack told you though.
oh,
You told me the story about Will Smith. Not we have to give this. Shout out to Charlie Mack.
I mean, which one, man? It's so much.
Just the part when Stevie J came to party. We was in the club. I mean, my bad. Pardon me. I ain't gonna do this.
And
We stayed at the crib and we recorded. And you went to the club and you met up
with Stevie J and Charlie Mack.
Charlie Mack. And he gave the
Y'all
story
know
about
Charlie Mack or
he gave you a story about Fresh Prince, how Will Smith took 10 times for him to even give him a chance.
yeah.
And people don't get it about we gotta sit there and drive like Will. We
What
ain't
happened?
gonna be denied. It don't matter. We coming regardless of whatever door it is. We
I was about to
coming
say
through it.
that was my first time with
Yeah.
Charlie Mack. It was
Yeah.
I'm always at the club.
That was the
man.
second time.
Growing up, my
Remember
cousin's DJ. He's
No,
a
we
DJ.
was at the John, cuz. Remember
Which
we
one
met
you
him?
talking
Charlie Mack, we met him at the John. It was like a big thing like this. It was an open conversation, and it was a panel, hip hop panel.
Oh,
And
damn.
he's like,
Oh,
I
okay,
remember
okay,
you,
okay,
bro.
okay.
You said you got
That
a
was the
change.
second time.
Yeah.
That was the second time. But yeah, I mean, we got so many stories, but yeah, that was another one. He was just telling me, like, you know what I mean? Because I'm always trying to pop up at events, show love, even with the radio station. I remember I tried to get a job at a radio station. They would never, you know, you fill out the applications, all that. But, all right, if y'all ain't going to call me back or hire me, I'll just show up. And I showed up so much to the point where even with Charlie Mack, I see him again, it's like, yo, I keep seeing this guy.
Yeah,
Like, come here, man.
He motivated me, yo. That's what
He was like,
he motivated
Keep
me.
seeing you. How you get back here? Number one, I'm like, well, you know. Talk to that person, that person. Like, look, man.
That's consistency at its
Yeah,
finest,
he
right?
was telling me
And
about
pay
Will
off.
and yeah, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I love it though. I know I be seeing you at different
Yeah,
events.
That's life.
He motivated me though.
Mhm.
That's one of my bros that motivated me. No matter what I was in life, no matter what, we always took the same, been in the same relationship, never.
Yeah, we just like networking and being unfiltered. Like,
I mean,
really
networking is how you get
talking
places.
and
that's
yeah,
what people
Man, you
understand.
can't give up. It's like digging for gold. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You digging, looking for this gold. And as soon as you give up, this last scoop could have been the gold mine. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna give y'all another gold mine. Bro, been writing for some cats on the low. He got some hits out there, and I ain't gonna say no names, but y'all
Yeah,
gonna find
don't
out later
spill
on.
it.
No, I'm keeping it 100.
Mhm.
Bro is very talented. He give a lot of his hard work, real good music to some people that ain't paying attention and really trying to take it for granted. But we gotta let that be addressed. Cause I'm the type of cat, I like to see my guys win, and I see shit. He humble, but nigga,
Right, I
he
sing and I
great.
rap.
Yeah, he got some songs
You
out
don't
there that
even
sound
look
like
I do.
but nah, he do
Oh,
that.
you can sing?
Yeah,
I forgot we even got a
He
song.
sing.
Oh my God.
He can
Well,
sing,
hit
sing.
a tone.
Bro, sing.
Yeah, hit a tone for us if you like.
iPhone 5. Remember we?
Oh,
When
my
iPhone 5s came out, we
Oh, yeah.
did a song.
Promotional wise.
We almost had Soulja Boy buy the John, but bro was trying to charge him 10 racks. That's
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
You know, he said Soulja Boy.
Well, this when iPhone 5s first came out.
That's funny.
I had an idea.
We had the ideas too.
Yeah.
Like we could do videos right on the phone. Like this is when iPhones wasn't popping, but we
Yeah.
like, look at that. I'm looking at this. Like it's
Yeah.
like, yo, a lot of stuff could be done with this.
Yeah.
So we did a video.
That's
I think it's still on YouTube.
And aspiration to
It's
get
crazy.
like an iPhone
Mhm.
endorsement and stuff, because we trying everything. We on these what is this? What was that joint called? They had the open mic. And they did
Voices in Power.
Voices in Power.
Yeah, that was a
These
big.
open mic
Yeah,
things and always whatever it takes to get on stage.
Shout out Lewis.
Oh yeah, I remember. Look, and that came to us when I was DJing on South Street.
It did.
I was just DJing on South Street. We was just promoting just whatever our talents, you know what I'm saying? Seeing where we could bring ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Going anywhere. We had so many people follow us, and
What's the boy?
so they came up to us like, yo, we need a DJ right now. You know what I'm saying? Can you do this? Whatever.
I'm riding back and forth up and down.
Gave me $150. I had my big ass speaker. I
Yeah.
had my laptop, and then all of a sudden I became like the house DJ for VIP.
Yeah.
Chinese that night, nigga.
So it sounds like y'all be in the right places at the right time, or
Yeah.
y'all not. Y'all make sure y'all up in those places.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love that for y'all guys. Seems like y'all have, absolutely, it seems like y'all have the ability to, know what y'all want and go after it, which is extremely important in life at the end of the day. I want anything that anybody set out to do, accomplish that. Like, y'all, as I can see, y'all not going to give up. Y'all going to keep pushing forward, even if the doors is closed. Y'all seem like y'all keep cracking it open a little at a time. So y'all be able to walk through them things.
Y'all too, though. And all prayers every night.
Oh,
I'm home.
thank
Y'all be
you.
connected. Cause, y'all could have had anybody here and y'all have us. Like, we humble by that.
Yes, because when the movie comes out with you in it, we'll definitely check that out. Real talk, we will. You know what I mean? And I just want y'all to be able to continue to do what y'all do.
Holly
Be
Berry
honest.
Bruce come out in November though.
Oh,
I was a
November.
judge in UFC fighting scene in Bruce.
Bruce.
And that's Holly Berry.
November.
Shout out to Holly Berry.
Yep.
Very humble. Like I'm talking to you, hour and a half on the set. Most gracious lady ever. Bless her. I mean, for me to be in a great there.
Holly Berry.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Real life. I say these rappers, y'all. I ain't even got one hit yet. I'm out here doing movies on this and that.
Yeah, that's dope. I love
Shout out to Holly Berry.
Holly Berry, man.
Man, shout out to y'all.
Shout out to
Oh, well,
you again.
thank you. Right back at y'all.
You go to sleep and you wake up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You getting recharged while you sleep, and when you wake up, you decide who you want to give your energy to. You know what I'm saying? So if you just giving your time, you get 24 hours in a day. If you giving your time to a lot of motherfuckers that's willing to drain you, you know what I'm saying? You got to kick out so much information instead of just working.
Yeah.
You choose who you want to give your energy to. You know what I'm saying? And have you been productive? You know what I mean? In 24 hours, and that's every single day.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I
So
agree.
keep your energy up, man.
Yes. Well, y'all already know how this is go, right? I thank everybody for coming today. I really enjoyed everybody's perspective on the couch. Everybody continue to do what you do.
Preach.
Everybody brought something different, which I love. That's why it's Unfiltered Discussions. There's nothing going to be edited or cut out because that's not what we do. It's all unfiltered. So
You did. We like drink champs, man. Yo, what's up?
No free time.
We don't got the drinks to smoke, but no, we coming.
You ain't got the answer.
You better have us. You gotta have these ladies and drink champs first.
We do.
Let's get that going.
So this is Nash signing off.
Air signing off.
Bree signing off.
Breeze.
Hard work, no free time. You know bosses never clock out, man.
It's your boy
9 to
Vincent.
5s. We work 24/7. It's Mr. Hard work, no free time, man. KL, King Laie.
Vincent Brooks 4507 on the gram. Holla back, we out.
Bye-bye.
Bye.